Hello everyone, and this is a video about how to discipline your child. So the first thing I would say to do is to create a space where your child feels loved and appreciated. The second thing I would say is to teach them the responsibilities of all in the household and what is expected. Show them this in practice by how you discipline yourself and carry out your daily tasks. Make sure they understand your role as parent and their role as child in the household, and also give them a sense of what God expects of them. The third thing I would say is to encourage them to train their minds, their mouths, and their actions to glorify God in everything that they do. So everything that they say, everything that they do, everything that they play with, the friends they choose, encourage them that needs to glorify God in everything. And if they don't, the consequences of that. So you must also teach the consequences of that, as God teaches us also. The fourth thing I would say is to honour your father and mother. Some people would say this is the first thing you need to think of, but I do believe that children, because of the way how they think, there's a few kind of basic steps you need to get to for them to really understand how to honour and the process of that. I think there's an understanding. So understanding the roles of mummy and daddy, understanding how their place in the household and their contribution, them as children, their mother, their father, anyone else in the family. So it doesn't become just a case of just do as mummy says. There is a reason for it. There's a reason why God has put daddy as the head, then mummy, then the children. It's not just a case of, we just put everything together in a pot and see what happens. I believe children, it's good for them to teach them why that is there, that that level of hierarchy, is that the right word? Don't know, sorry if it isn't. Children need to get a sense of the why first, I believe, instead of teaching them this is how it's just done. So they could know when it comes to our instruction and training themselves, disciplining themselves, is more of a deeper understanding, because they connect why they're training themselves for this particular thing. It may seem, if mum says, okay, make your bed, to them it's like, oh, why do I have to make my bed? It's such a trivial thing. But if you explain to your child that every small thing they do trains them for life, and in turn trains them to serve God, you don't want to train yourself to be idle. If you wake up in the morning and you don't train yourself, discipline yourself to make your bed, to brush your teeth, to keep your room tidy, to have a wash every morning. These things are basic things. It will then stay with you for life and make you lazy, make you complacent for the bigger things. So try to explain that to them. So that's why I've put this honour your father and mother as number 4, because I think that once your child does 1, 2, and 3, they have an understanding of a why, and then the fourth one is pushing in what God has said to us, is to honour their mother and father, because once they have an understanding of why they have a mother, why they have a father, and what their responsibility is in the household and their position is in the household, their honour will come, because such a beautiful balance for the household with father, mum and child. They would feel and note how and to honor that those roles and those positions, especially when they're being told things that they may not like to hear or may not want to do. So yes, honor your mother and your father. The fifth and final thing is to follow in the steps of Christ. Yes, so Christ is the discipline of disciplines person. So have your child read the Bible. Encourage your child to encourage and show your child how God injects in life on a day-to-day, especially family life. So family Bible study, make sure you have your child or children come to that. Encourage them to read their Bible, to have a relationship with God. That's really important to discipline themselves when they wake in the morning. Thank God, give the day to God, pray with your family, pray for your mother, pray for your father, pray for yourself, pray for your family, pray for your brothers and sisters, pray for your friends, pray for your strangers, pray for your enemies. Encouraging them to follow in the footsteps of Christ, and gain a stronger relationship with God in those practices of praying, of worshiping, going to church on Sundays, all the things that God tells us to do. He or she will gain a stronger relationship with God and become disciplined in the things that God says we must do to gain a closer relationship with Him. And if they have a closer relationship with Him, it means that they will hear Him on certain opinions He has on their behavior, on the friends they choose, on the decisions that they make, because we can't be with our children there 24/7. We can't. So it's really important that you encourage your child to be disciplined in their worship to God and to follow in the footsteps of Christ. Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it helps you or someone you know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.